We're back with another 2021 Player Outlook presented by RotoHeat.com. This time we're talking Tony Jones, running back, New Orleans Saints. And as always, if you're enjoying the content you're seeing here from the RotoHeat.com team on YouTube, hit that like, the subscribe, the notification icon. Stay up to date. Let's get to it. All right, so with the news of Latavius Murray being released by the Saints, reports are that Tony Jones appears to be the next man up to be that RB2. ESPN's reporting and a few other sources are reporting that he's the next man up to be the backup to Alvin Kamara. Now, obviously, there's a lot of facets to look at with this situation, but first, let's look at what the analysts here at RotoHeat.com said. 7 guys looked into him. We think he's going to finish somewhere beyond running back 36, so he's probably more of a depth piece. 2 are buying, 3 are holding, 1 selling, and we think his ADP is going to shoot up this time next year as opposed to where it's currently sitting, which is pretty low at this point. The team believes he's a dart throw in 2021. Obviously, there's some things to unpack here, and we'll get to that. But let me know in the comments below, what are you doing with him? If you know anything about him, what do you know? What do you think about the player? And do you think he's a guy that you can buy, sell, or hold like we are doing? If you look at redraft ADP, he's around running back 66. And for our positional rankings, you know, he's low. He's just not very high at this point in time. You know, my first question when I started to look into this situation, when I heard about the Murray news, is who's the RB2? Was it Dwayne Washington, who's been with the team for a while, or Tony Jones, who's a younger guy? Obviously, we've got a little bit of clarity, but time will really, truly tell. So Tony Jones isn't anything to watch, but I would also throw Dwayne Washington out there because he's a guy who's been in the system for a bit, and they seem to like him. Former draft pick of the Lions, I think like a 5th-round pick when we drafted him years ago. Right now, what we can tell you is whoever the RB2 is, which in this case it sounds like it's Tony Jones, he's worth rostering. You know, look at what Murray's production has been in the past. Now, obviously, some of it's been because Alvin Kamara's been dinged up and not in games, but you know, you can still think of this guy as a 600 to 800 yards combined yards type running back with, you know, probably 3 to 5 touchdowns on a season. That's still roster worthy. You know, if you look at some of his draft metrics, kids from Notre Dame via IMG, you know, so he's got the pedigree. He was like a 4.68 kind of guy when it came to the draft. A lot of teams pegged him as a guy that could be definitely somebody you want to have on your team, that could be a back that could develop into something. So the chips have fallen into the right position for him. He's got good size. You know, he's like 5'11", around 220-ish. You know, he should fill that void very nicely that Murray's going to leave. The guys on the team definitely think he's worth at least not only rostering, but seeing what you can get from him. I do know that some of the team think that because the name's hot, you sell, and sometimes that's always a good idea. This player, at least, wasn't highly touted, but he comes into a situation that he could be groomed to being a very nice fantasy asset, at least as a depth piece. You know, Kamara is the guy who the offense can run through. But remember, New Orleans is a team that's in real need of receiving help. So if they're going to run this offense through the running game and through what receivers they have, you know, Jones could be in line for a nice fantasy season this year. So if you can get him for cheap or free, you look even smarter. Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification. We'll see you later.